I was just gonna say, I think playing hard to get. I think playing hard to get, essentially, which was big in the '90s, women playing hard to get. I think that's what killed men approaching. I think that eventually, also with the internet, I think more men have access to game, and I think this is a big thing, right? Like in the past, the only way you could get some game is if your uncle or your daddy or somebody you knew was that guy, and he could put you onto the game. And that's the only way you got some game. You had to watch, or you had to just have it in you. Now, there's so many resources for men to learn about female nature that men have started noticing and understanding that, you know what? When I approach, I'm not getting the same results as when I attract. And so, because men are becoming more aware of female nature, men are not even telling each other, like I actually have to question in my mind right now if I would tell my son to approach and chase women, because even in my own personal life, my success with women has always been the women that have made themselves available for me are always the ones that I've had a better relationship with. It's always been more successful. The women that I've like chased after because I've wanted them that bad, it never goes the way I want. It's usually the women that have a little bit more interest in me that I find that the relationship goes well. And I think that that's an experience for a lot of men, not just me. I think once they start having that experience and they do experience the joys of being approached by a woman, and they do experience the joys of being chased by a woman, and once they get to that status in life, it's very hard to go back to being the guy that's like, yo, hey, let me get your number, let me buy you a drink. When you become the guy that walks in the club and makes eye contact, says a couple words, and she leaves with you. You get what I'm saying? It's like a different. Also, results make a difference, right? If I'm catching more flies with the honey, I'm gonna use the honey. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm gonna use. Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but if you can catch, you want to catch bees or flies? You want to catch bees that can make more honey?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Flies, bees.
Or we talking about flies?
Bees.
That's the type
flies,
of woman
bees
that's
is all
chase
semantics.
a man.
Listen,
I
flies,
think
bees is
all
semantics. All I'm saying is that
be careful. No,
when women
I
choose
don't.
you,
Not semantics. I mean the quality of women that will chase a man, and then the ones that say, not really into that. I think it's different.
This is the thing. Whenever this topic comes up, right, and we talk about women chasing a man, other women generally always say, oh, well, the type of woman or the quality of a woman that would do that is, but the reality is that every woman is that type of woman for the guy that they really like. When women come across a guy that is their exact type, that's exactly, I don't care who she is. I don't care how bad she is. I don't care how gorgeous she is. I don't care how much money she got. When women come across the guys that they actually like, it is not hard to get them. If she's playing hard to get, she don't like you, because when women come across the guys they like, they go out of their way to make themselves seen by him. They go out of their way to be noticed by him. Women will travel and go to an event just because they know a guy that they like is going to be there and they might run into him.
Would you call that chasing?
Maybe we don't call it chasing, but what it is that
perhaps pursuing,
okay. Right? When women put forth that effort as a guy and you experience that, you're not chasing after that. That is such a pleasant experience of having a woman that desires you, pursue you, and make herself available, or give cues and signals, or whatever it is, like Luis said. Once you're getting that energy, like if I walk into a room and I make eye contact with a woman, and I'm making eye contact with her, and she's biting her lip and swirling her hair, I'm not paying attention to none of the other one in the room at that point. I'm going for the one that's giving me the motion. So I think that's why guys aren't chasing, because women aren't really doing what Luis was saying. Like, women are doing a poor job at flirting and letting it be known that they are available and interested. A lot of women are saying, we don't need y'all. We don't want y'all. I'm good. I'm unbothered. I'm this. So if you're so good and unbothered and you're on the beach and you chilling, why am I going to chase you? Like, guys say this too, like, chase you to pay your bills, like chase you to take you on a date, like chase you to buy you dinner. That don't make no sense.
I think
You
this is
know,
where that the idea that men are becoming more aware of what did you say earlier? Like they're becoming more aware
female
of a
nature.
woman's nature. I think they're being misled. And a lot of times you guys you have these assumptions based on your experiences with the women that you've experienced it with. And I think the type of man you are determines what kind of woman you're gonna have experiences with. Do you see what I'm saying? So
No,
like
I agree with you.
your
I agree
view
with you.
is very biased, and it's fine. But I think if you're open minded, if you stay open minded, then the possibility of like getting better than what you think is out there, or actually being able to pursue a woman and it turning out to be a good, like you have to keep an open mind in order for that to happen, because
Oh, no,
it's
I
just
am.
not true.
Well,
So
what I'm
Alicia, if
I'm just saying, I just want to respond to that real quick. I'm just saying that in my experience, the women that have made themselves available or approached me, whatever the case, have always been higher quality women. So it's like I always hear out in the world that, oh, a high quality woman isn't gonna approach, isn't gonna do that. But in my personal experience, it's the exact opposite. It's the high quality women that are about their bag, that keep a clean home, that know how to cook. It's those women that don't play the games. It's the ones that don't really have a lot to offer, that want to be chased. Because the thing, and in my opinion, right, I feel that a lot of women that don't have a lot to offer want to be chased, because you chasing them gives them more opportunity to avoid you getting to see that they don't have much to offer. You get what I'm saying? Like if I'm constantly stringing you along to chase me, you're not really qualifying me to see if I'm worth it, because you're busy trying to qualify yourself. So in my experience, those women tend to be a little bit lower quality.
So, do you prefer to be pursued?
Not that I prefer
Okay.
to be, I don't necessarily prefer to be pursued. However, I'm just saying, for men in general, once you've been pursued, once that's been your experience, once you've had that happen in your life, like, yeah, your entire attitude and your entire approach changes, because the women that pursue you treat you to an entirely different level than the women that you pursue. It's an entirely different dynamic. And I think the men that have experienced the dynamic of being pursued by a woman, it's very hard to go back to the dynamic of pursuing a woman it's like on that side, it's good. It's a really good side to be on. And this is why dudes want to be quote unquote high value men. This is why dudes want to be celebrities, rock stars. This is why they want to get rich and famous, because the hope is that when I'm at that level, I'll experience the women pursuing me. When
Women
you're
will
Chris
love
Brown,
you.
when you're Chris Brown, women pay you $1,000 to take a picture. You know what I'm saying? When
And
you're
you
Chris
think
Brown,
that they have quality reasons for doing that? You think their intentions are pure because it's Chris Brown, like he's getting the quality women?
I
I don't
can't
I think
I
we're
can't
equating
speak for
quality
their
to
individual intentions, but if I was just judging based off of appearance, right? Because one of the things that men value a lot is appearance, right? And if I'm just being honest, if I'm judging based off of appearance alone, some of the most attractive women in the world are spending their hard-earned dollars to fly across the country to give Chris Brown $1,000 to take a picture with him. What I'm saying is, if you've ever been in a position like that or similar, it's very hard to go the other way. I highly doubt Chris
well,
Brown
yeah,
chases
as a
women.
woman, that's traditionally how it was. Women were pursued, and now men want to be pursued like women do because they get that
No,
it's enjoyable. I'm
I think
sorry,
men.
Luis. What were you?
I'm just saying
Because you
that
were
yeah,
saying
essentially we see
something.
how women pursue the top 10%. We see how y'all pursue what y'all really want. We see how y'all pursue the guys y'all really like. When men see that and then hear women say pursue us, it doesn't equate. Why would I chase you when I see what you're willing to do for who you really like? Y'all don't make the guy y'all really like chase you. So
That's
in a
that's
guy
not
who's
true.
experienced that from a male perspective, I'm saying, right? Generally, the
he's
guys that
navigating
get the
through
most out of
men's.
women, generally the guys that get the most out of women give the least. At least from my experience, from what I've seen. I could be wrong, but from what I've seen.
So
And so when you see that all the time, You learn from that, and you're gonna adjust your strategy. So if I'm the guy who was chasing girls in high school, buying them flowers, writing them letters about how beautiful and special I thought they were, and that wasn't getting me no motion, but then I started ignoring them and focusing on myself, and then it started getting me motion. In my mind, that's going to tell me that the way to have success with women is to ignore them and focus on me. Because if I ignore them and focus on me, I seem to be irresistible to them. Guys will tell you this. Maybe some will lie, but any guy will tell you this. Any man will tell you this. When he goes through a phase in his life where he's ignoring women, it's like a light bulb, like a switch goes off, where the man becomes irresistible out of nowhere. It's like dudes that be like, yo, I think I'm handsome all of a sudden. Like, I don't know what happened. I'm getting money now. I'm not chasing no girls in my life. And now all of a sudden, I'm getting the twirl of the hair at work. Now the girl at the cash register is batting the eyelashes and all of that. And unfortunately, that's something in y'all nature that I don't think that y'all are always ready to confront. There's something in y'all that chases guys that are not interested in y'all. And so a lot of guys now have changed their strategy to trying to be the guy that's not interested in y'all so that y'all could chase them. It's an easier strategy. And it's much less stress involved in that strategy. Because think about it, right? I could spend my money trying to take X amount of women on dates, right? Or I could spend that same money buying myself new clothes and jewelry. If I spend that same money I would have spent taking a bunch of women on dates trying to court them on clothes and jewelry, guess what? The same girls I would have been trying to take on dates are going to be chasing me because I'm the dude with the fly clothes and jewelry. So that's what I'm saying. Guys are learning, you know what? I could chase women or I could chase money. I never lose women chasing money, but I lose money chasing women.
Mentality.